world here at the Houston, Texas Regional. My goodness, with whoa, please introduce yourself to the world.
I'm Fritz Copes.
Sweet, what'd you do today, Fritz?
I got top. I guess we don't have standings yet, but X1, 9 rounds. What was that, like 260 people, 250 or something? With an absolute pile, which is pretty fun.
Oh, well, what made you decide to play this pile, man?
I've been on these cards for like 2 YESSSs and something now, and I love this card, but I hate blue eyes. So I'll play it in every way that I can that's not blue eyes.
Okay. Before we see the goo, any shoutouts?
Yeah, shoutouts to my boy Mitchell here, making fun of me on Discord. Let's go. Michael drove up with me. Shoutouts to all the Austin guys, Aaron, both Aarons.
Everyone from Austin, thank you guys.
Yes, what he said.
Neither one of us could do anything without all the help. So
yeah, and shoutouts to the whole Allen's Discord for letting me lurk and not play Yu-Gi-Oh! And watch you guys play Yu-Gi-Oh! So.
Okay. Sweet, without further ado, show us the goo.
Of course, alright, so we play 4 engines here. So our first engine is our Primite engine. 3 load, 3 barrel, and then we don't play Blue Eyes because Blue Eyes sucks. We play Dippity. This is a new card now, and it's just a level 4 light theme. Makes barrel into like a Baguska. If you draw a Primite card plus this, you can go Baguska Drobin, which is actually pretty hard to out without infinite extra Ryzeals in people's decks. And then Drobin, obviously, best card in the game. So these cards are really good. So you can even set up like Requiem off a load, and then during their turn, summon Lacrima, dump trap. So this card has multiple interruptions on its own, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
So, these cards were insane. No one expected them when they, after seeing this was like the last thing I would do during my turn generally. So then we have the Ryzeal cards. Ryzeal cards are pretty good. It's pretty standard Ryzeal cards, except I don't play Star because my deck is not. It's not really a Ryzeal deck. It plays Ryzeal cards. But the point of these cards is just to force my opponent to interact with them, and they're like a bomb that I can drop as my last card. Like last card, like I don't know, special X. It just gets into a lot with very minimal commitments. And then if I don't get hand trapped, I just end on an Exodia board with like cross, and they can't out it. So these cards are really good.
Did you play this again in the main?
Probably not. This card should probably be sided. The reason being is I have 2 very recursive engines already. All this card does is act as a brick in my hand. But going first, it should definitely be in my deck. Because like I said, against these breaker decks, like again I play against Memento, you need cards like this that are very high impact if they don't hand trap you. Okay. So yeah, these cards were very good. I actually was playing pure. It was Ryzeal Primite for Houston, right? Yeah, for Houston. So we just changed it up a little bit after they hit all of our poor Ryzeal cards. Nice. All right, next engine. We play some Fiendsmith cards. Pretty straightforward. I like good cards. I like recursive engines. That's what these are. The nice thing with these is these give me bodies on board with barrel. So if you open like Engraver plus barrel, you can do Fiendsmith combo, Primite combo, and then you'll just have a Lacrima plus a barrel, and then you just overlay for dual drive. And that's like the 3rd round of hand traps. Like they better have something, because otherwise I'm getting to everything. And like I said, it's just like another recursive engine that makes me win every grind game. So, the only thing that kind of sucked is Droll is really, really popular, and that's a lot of cards that say get Drolled here and here. So, but cards were good still. All right, engine 4. So we played Kashtira cards. So the reason behind these is it's another extender that I can open with barrel that gets me to a level 4, as well as just being a generically decent going second card. And it turns Fenrir into 1-card Fiendsmith combo as well, right? Because you just search him, use his effects to try and hit the combined creation off the top of your opponent's decks, and then you just link into Moon. These cards are pretty good. This card usually goes out going second, but I mean these cards are great in hand trap wars, and there are a lot of hand trap wars right now. So especially like backed up with a Droll, this card's really good. All right, so there are 4 engines, and then we play 15 hand traps. Ash, Imperm, Roll, Nib, 17 I guess. Fua, and then Magdrus. These cards are broken, they should not be legal. But this card also searches barrel, so
Good cards.
a lot of good cards. I will say Nib overperformed for me today. Nib is like, by itself, it's not insane, but if you pair it with another hand trap, it is insane. For instance, in my last match against, what was his name again? Dylan? Against Dylan, I only opened, it was like Imperm Nib, and I let him set up like, it was like 7 cards in hand, 5 back row.
So much setup. Yeah.
And then I just nibbed Imperm on the Photon Lord, and he literally had 0 interactions besides an Imperm. And I just win the game because I set up all my engines, and it's just too much for him to deal with. This card sucks.
The best card in the game.
I hate that card. I barely resolved any Fuas, but what can you do?
How many cards in the main?
Oh yeah,
47.
47.
47 is the new 40. Get
Okay,
on it.
respect.
7 new 40.
Yes, sir. If you're on anything else, well, you're behind. I'm sorry. All right, so extra deck, pretty straightforward. We've got these are like Ryzeal. Sorry, these are our Ryzeal cards. I originally was playing 2 twin. Originally was playing 2 dual, but you don't need them. Like the Ryzeal card, that's the same reason I said cross. Like you are not playing for longevity with the Ryzeal cards. You are just trying to simplify the game state. Use a detonator, clear stuff. Use an Exciton, clear stuff. Maybe you make a Baguska against Mitsurugi. These cards were great. Yeah, these cards are great. I don't think I actually resolved this card the entire day, so I was always sending something else. And Fiendsmith cards, I mean, this is really straightforward. This is like random, where's my Desiree? Sorry. Only thing that I guess is of note is I did play the Duke. Duke is really good in my deck because I have 2 engines that sometimes want their normal summon, and sometimes Fiendsmith you're forced to like normal summon a Lurry. But if you go for the Duke combo, then you can end up with the you can Duke and then use Duke additional normal the barrel set. Yeah, essentially you just get everything, which is really nice. And if you open really good, this guy can also just become a Caesar, which is really nice. So yeah, these cards were great. I mean, Fiendsmith cards are broken. It's crazy that they're not hit.
Never touched them.
I'm saying. This was last minute inclusion. Actually I was talking to this dude. I decided to cut the second duo and the second Eclipse Twin for, what was it? It was, it was Necroquip plus SP. And this card was great. It's really good on turn 3. After you just have like a hanging Caesar or something, or outing Baguska as well. Because you can just go Requiem, normal summon, barrel, reset Drill Beam, make SP.
And you can get to this the same way with like Chaos Angel. You just make the Link 1 instead of, you go Engraver, and instead of chaining the Link 1, you just let the Engraver summon. Because usually people will try to Ash the Requiem to stop you from getting the Chaos Angel. So instead, they just not expect you to not chain Requiem, and then you just make the SP.
Yeah, that happened like a fair bit actually. Is people like, they see me make the Requiem, and then I just link it all.
Right.
And they don't expect that, which is, I mean,
it kind of sucks to like not get your Requiem resolving, but I mean sometimes you have to do it to like out of dead.
And this card is like an interruption as well, and especially the really greedy Mitsurugi list that are playing a single Ame, the game's just over if you SP it. So card's good. Side deck, I mean this is like the most boring side deck in the world. We have our Lancia, we have our Perulia. Well, I guess this card's funny. We have our Dark Ruler.
It should have been Sales Band.
No. We have our 3 Lightning Storms. And then we have our warnings. I guess the things to talk about is it was warning over Judgment and Strike, specifically because it's better. It has better coverage into Malice and Mitsurugi, whereas Strike is better versus Malice, and Judgment is better versus Mitsu. So this kind of is best of both worlds. And I mean, the Dark Ruler no more is just the idea is you go Exciton and then Dark Ruler them. It's mostly for like the random decks. The random decks like Live Twins, for instance, will end on very little besides their end board. So you just put this in and Dark Ruler them. Call by, I mean, good card. Outsiding the Sin a lot going second, so this might even like just swap out for toss. But
it's really good at hitting Murakumo.
Yes.
Whenever they try to tribute it with their players, it's like really nuts.
Trouble Sunny. It's broken.
Sure.
Yeah. So
I don't worry about that one too much, but
but yeah, so that was the deck. Yeah, again, shout outs to Austin. Everyone there is awesome. I was literally just here to get my invite for Nats.
Hey,
and we accidentally topped. So
there you go. Sweet. Well, hey man, congrats. And
Thank you.
until next time, everyone. Bordeaux.
All right.